Just the action.
Yeah.
Doing. Yeah. 3 feet.
Yeah.
Wow. Very hard.
It's tough.
Yeah.
You got a little bit of rock going on underneath there. Just a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to keep a sense of humor. He's got a smile on his face.
Oh, that's nice.
But that one hurts.
Oh, that's right.
All right, fellas.
Yeah. This is the workout.
This is Capri.
This is Capri.
Capri.
This is this boy. This is
Lansana.
Lansana. This is Bob Sen. Yeah.
And Marco.
Yeah.
Marco.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the Horrier. Yeah,
one
this
of
is
the
the Horrier.
The Horror.
Yeah.
This is one of the two
This is
Warriors.
the two of the Horriers.
She do design inside the pit.
And this is the boss.
Make
The
some
boss
sort
of
of
the
equal.
The
Horriers.
boss. The one with the hat on.
Yeah, the boss of the Horriers.
Nice.
It's just in them.
Manor House Warriors.
Yeah, Mountain House Warriors.
All right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Demo Manor House here in Camabai, Sierra Leone, West Africa. It's Craig here. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Today, I want to give you a update on the foundation. Guys been hard at work, doing quite a lot of things here today. And you've seen a bit on the front of this video on the 10,000 liter water tank. That's just to my left here. There it is. It's just sitting there. We need to, it's actually quite light to actually move. And we're going to put it on its side and roll it down this area here, down this area, and down and around, and use ropes to actually get it down into place where it's going to sit. This is what we've got. All right, so these pillars are 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet deep. Okay, in general, they still have to clean them up just a little bit, but in general, that's what they are. So those are the big white pillars that go in front of the house that you see on the rendition of the house. So those go all the way down. Sorry about all the piles. I will try and move over just a little bit here in just a second. But I am standing on the front veranda right now, and these are the footers for the actual floor joists that are going to be going down throughout. So all the little holes that you see in the middle are all the floor joist pillars that will go up and sit just before the first floor, so that the floorboards and running joists can actually sit on a concrete pillar. They're 8 feet by 8 feet apart and 18 inches deep and 24 inches square, so 2 feet by 2 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find a safe way of getting down into the foundation. I'm just going to jump down here while I've got you live with me. Whoa, watch out. That's pretty deep. That is a meter jump there for me. All right, so let us take a walk around the foundation. And as I said, this was supposed to be 1.20 meters, but now it is a meter. So this is the wall to the dining room on the left-hand side. And then we turn the corner. Then we have the other wall to the dining room. And then we turn and we come to the front of the house. There'll be a nice big window here on the left hand side. Just on either side of the doors, there's nice big windows that are actually 6 foot in height. So here's the front door foundation. Guys have done a pretty good job on this. You know, this stuff is really, really hard. You know, I mean, it is packed clay and there's a lot of stones around. And speaking of stones, this is one of the bedrooms just off the front door. Look at the size of this stone here. So we just decided to leave it because it's part of the foundation. There's no reason to try and break it. It will do just fine for us. So then we're going to make the turn just a little bit. And this is the front window on the bathroom to the bedroom that we just passed. So then we come into our master bathroom. So there'll be a window here also. And then another small, very small window right here in this area here. And this is actually going to be the showering area. And that is actually the bathroom there. So there's some wardrobes and so forth in there also. But you'll see that as we go. But from this point, the guys actually raised the level because it was down 1.20 meters and they came through and just backfilled it. You can see all the dirt that's been pushed off the edge. And they've backfilled it. And they did a nice job of tamping it down. We brought 2 nice heavy tamping pieces of equipment with us. We're coming up on them here in just a second. So there they are. So those are pretty heavy. Yeah, so they came through here and tamped it all down, which is great. It's nice and level and flat. So we're coming out of the bathroom area and we're going into the bedroom area of the house. So there'll be 2 windows, tall, thin windows on either side of the bed here in the middle of this bedroom wall here. So straight down, then we'll make the turn. And there'll be a window right here on the left hand side. Then we will make the turn to come up, and there'll be a set of French doors over here on the left hand side, and this all back here, all back in this area here is all the veranda. So the French doors actually open out onto the veranda from the master bedroom. So from there we're into the stairwell that goes up to the 2nd floor, up in the 2 bedrooms up in the roof. So that's actually quite cool. It sits out onto the veranda itself. And then this is the part of the foundation for the octagon family or great room. This protrudes out again onto the back veranda. So this is going to be a window here. Let me just turn it around. Right in this area just behind me in the center of the octagon will be a set of French doors that will actually open up out onto the veranda, and another window on the other side. Those were actually supposed to be all French doors on all these, but there's just so many blooming doors on the back of this house that we just decided to put a few windows. And we're always going to have screens, so we'll be able to leave the windows open and so forth. So this is the kitchen wall. There'll be a window just about in this area here. And we come down, and this spot right in this general area here, just before the corner, there'll be a door that actually opens up out onto the veranda. So from there, we have the bay window. So the bay window is protruding out from the side of the house. We're going to make it go all the way to the foundation so it's nice and consistent. I don't like bay windows that actually just sort of hang and there's nothing underneath them. I've always thought those looked very New York and New Jersey-ish. I was born in that area, and they had a lot of kind of things like that when I was growing up. just never liked the way it looked. So it's going straight to the ground. So around the side of the kitchen, and right in this area here, before we make the turn, there's going to be a door right here that actually goes into the bathroom on the other side. So just on the other side of this wall is the downstairs bathroom for guests and so forth. So kitchen and bathroom wall to my right, kitchen wall to the left, and then we make the turn again on where we started, and we are in the dining room area of the house. So that is the tour of the foundation itself. So, you know, remember, we're a bunch of amateurs here. We're working off of a blueprint. You know, nothing's going to be perfect, and this terrain that we're working in is very difficult. You know, although I wanted to do it on my own, there is no blooming way. I'll be out here for a year trying to dig this myself. You know, and these guys did it in probably 5.5, 6 days. If you add it all up, they did it in 5.5, 6 days. Well, you know, there's 6 or 7 of them, and they're all in their early 20s, and they're all quite strong. So that's why they're with us. They're hard workers. They never complain. And by the way, this is the block. I'm going to move some stuff out of the way here. But this is the block that is going to be up on the house, and the house is going to be built with. So this is the good concrete here in Sierra Leone that's brought in from Turkey. That is a solid thing. That's about 2 weeks old. We've been putting water on it to make sure that it can solidify and season itself. The fellow that is doing those blocks for us, SC, he's told us that he's got 5,000 of those done out of the 7,500 already. So that's pretty cool. You know, he's a good guy. He's a godsend for us. And the access road is actually looking better and better every time we drive over it. So people are complimenting us on that as they come down here with delivery trucks and so forth, on how well everything is coming together. So we've got a lot of projects going on, and I'm going to just come out here and show you the last thing that we've got going on. I'm just going to take a walk and try and keep it as steady as possible. Alright. So it's a long walk out, because this is a big area, and you can see where we are in relation to the house, how far out this top of this property goes. And you've seen it. You can see my trees up on the top of the hill there all coming back from the fire. It was really getting me down. I was getting depressed. But it's all cleaned up now, and they're starting to green up again, thank God. So it's making me feel better. It's lifted my morning actually when I see it. So there, down in that area there, is the well. So you can see it down there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run the line up, following that trail. We're gonna come under the road, and then we are going to place that Miller tank right there. So we're going to put very thick, solid concrete blocks underneath it, and then backfill around it. Because all this brush and all this ugliness that you see going on here right now, all this dead grass and looks like straw, that's all the elephant grass that has died. You know, when all that gets cleaned out, and this slope gently goes down, it's not going to be so steep as it is here. It's pretty steep on the way down there. Yeah, so we need to soften that up, and we're going to do that by taking a lot of the dirt that's on the edges and taking about 10 feet off and bringing it down another 5 feet and bringing it into a nice slow slope. And then we're going to put it all in the back on the perimeter road all the way around. So that corner is actually quite soft. It's very difficult to drive on it because your tires, you can't get enough speed, the tires just spin. And over the hill and in this general area where the container is going to be, and all the way around. So we're going to take a lot of this dirt, soften it up around the edges, and make it look more like just a flattened off hill instead of a big plateau up on the top here. But the guys got down there and made a nice clean opening there. So that is what's going on. The fellas are continuing to work. They got to work until about 4:15, 4:30. Their day starts at 8:30 and ends at 4:30. And we give them an hour at lunch. If I had to do all this work and do it DIY and get this house up inside of 6 months with the roof on it and do all this work that the 7 other guys are helping me with, 8 other guys, there's no way. It just wouldn't happen. Okay, y'all, that is about it for us today here in Camabai. Guys are getting tired there, but they keep on motoring on. They're young and healthy, and they're doing a great job. So remember to always subscribe, like the videos if you can, share them around, and yeah, we really appreciate you being here and following along on what we're doing out here. It's going to be worthwhile in the end. We know it's a lot of work, but what the heck? Life's an adventure, and what more of a beautiful place than in West Africa here on this site with the people that we're surrounded by. So for all of us here, we'll see you next time. Okay, see you. Bye for now.